Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with an FGO video reaction and I will be reacting to Durga and Kali summoning Ascension and My Room lines. I'm going to be reacting to this video, two videos. There's Durga and Kali are kind of separated in two videos. So I will be doing my reaction to them. Now it's been a while. Durga has been introduced as a playable summonable character, but I'm doing this now because I feel like it's it's been a while. I've always wanted to do this, but I wanted to wait a little bit before doing this. So yeah, now I'm here. I'll be reacting to this. Now before I begin my reaction, I will have to talk about, give a little disclaimer at the beginning. First of all, obviously I'm an Indian, and me reacting to this, I'm sure a lot of people from India as well will probably watch this, and a lot of people who have no clue about what gacha games are, no clue about what FGO are, will probably watch this as well. And even people who have clues about what FGO and gacha games are, they'll also watch it from India. My thing is that first of all, if stuff like this, which is related to religion and stuff, if it actually bothers you seeing them in in a game, please don't watch this video. Yeah, I'm just giving this at the beginning. That's why I'm said this is like a little disclaimer I'm giving at the beginning. If you're not comfortable with these, please click off, because I'm sure if you are someone who gets kind of is a little bit sensitive about these type of things, you'll probably get triggered watching this video, because I've seen a lot of people didn't like the way they depicted Durga and Kali. Even I'm not happy about it, but that's not the reason for me to bash someone or hate on someone. That's what I'm trying to say here. Like, obviously it's a game. If you're not able to differentiate between and you're bothered by the depiction of the gods and goddesses, please do not watch this video. This is my request, because there were few people when I made my first video on the when Durga was introduced as a playable character. There were someone who DM'd me and talked about how they're bothered by this, and about how I am someone who is making other people, a lot of things, and I made a separate video on that one as well. So I don't want any of those. Me being an Indian doesn't mean that I'm talking about each and every Indian in my country. I can only talk about myself and give my feelings about this. Any other people I'm not sure about. So if you are someone who don't like these type of things, please do not watch the video. Or if you decide to watch the video, please do not try to do not bring that hate in here in the comment section or anywhere, because I don't want any of that. I made a discussion about this whole thing before when I made the video, talking about how not to do these type of things, and I'm saying it again here. If it's someone who is uncomfortable with this, yeah, don't watch this video. Watch my other videos, because I'm sure this one is going to, if you're sensitive about it, this one is probably you're not going to like it. So yeah, I just wanted to make that clear at the beginning. Also, a lot of things, first of all, a lot of things I can say. I said that I made a separate video on that, about how obviously this is like a game, and the fact is that the Durga or Kali that are shown here obviously aren't Durga and Kali. These are Sakura. The characters are Sakura. They are human. These are pseudo servants. There's a divine the divinity is in them. That is why they take the form of Durga and Kali. It's not that these are the goddesses who has come down. No, these are normal human beings. These are pseudo servants. So I've talked about this a lot, about how it's different and all that. But if you're still not comfortable with this, yeah, just don't watch the video, because I know and it's pretty normal. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's pretty normal. Obviously, if you're someone who do not like these type of things of your gods being depicted in a game and stuff, yeah, you'll probably not like it. So yeah, that's why I just wanted to make this clear at the beginning, because yeah, a few people did kind of, when I made the first video, they didn't like it and they decided to blame me about it. I don't know why. So yeah, I don't want any of that. So there you go. Now that I've made myself clear, that was a 5-minute long disclaimer. I hope that is enough. And I hope a repeat of the incident that happened before doesn't happen again. So yeah, now if you're still here, then all right, let's do it then. Like I'm going to be reacting to this, and the reason why I decided to react to this now after 3 months is obviously number one, I didn't want to do this while Durga and Kali was recently introduced, because I knew a lot of people are going to see it and a lot of people won't like it, and like the whole thing that happened. I don't want a repeat of that. That's why I decided to wait a little bit so that it calms down. And like now that nobody's really talking about Durga and Kali, I'm going to do this now. That is why. That's number one. Number two reason is because it's in India, it's festive season now. We are having the like Durga Puja, or like we're these few, like we're currently in the what do you call it in English? I'm not really sure, but we call it here Durga Puja, like where we like pray to the goddess Durga. It happens, it's like a lot of the days are like like we are continuously like going out like to different places, and a lot of things happens in the Durga Puja. So we're basically in it now. So currently in here in India, like it's like it's Durga Puja. So I feel like it's like appropriate, a very appropriate time to make this video. So yeah, that's why I decided to make it now. So there you go. Let us begin then. First I'm going to react to Durga's summoning, ascension, and my room lines, and then I'll go to Kali's video. Also, the original links to the videos that I'll be reacting to will be given in the description box, just like I usually do. So yeah, let us get started then. Alright, so the first video is Durga summoning, ascension, and my room lines. Let's see. I'll watch it and then I'll give my impressions about it. Here we go. Alright. Light fusion type goddess of knowledge. Yeah. Interesting. So is she like a... Okay, I'll talk about it later. She talks like a robot. New light of the gods. Alright. Yeah, she's very concise. You can see. Alright, ascension, let's see. I think I already reacted to this while reacting to, yeah. I already reacted to the ascension lines before. Espionage and camouflage. True. Okay. I'm dissatisfied. Too divine.
それは神務の遂行にこの姿が問題ないかどうかを確かめるためであって、私の気分とは全く関係ありません。そうですか。満足です。
Yeah, I remember reacting to these, but the my room lines I don't know. I haven't watched those. Alright, here we go. These I don't know. Let's see what.
私は神務。
I'm gonna...
神々より与えられた任務を遂行するために存在する女神です。邪魔はなさらないよう。
Damn. Okay.
私がここにいるということは、カルデアへの所属も神々の意図なのでしょう。何も矛盾してはいません。
Alright.
破壊と殺戮こそが私の仕事です。魔を滅する過程において、たとえどれだけ凄惨なものを見たとしても、
Alright, so
私と神々の手が作り出したもの。あなたが気にする必要はないと思います。
I haven't played Ordeal Call, so I don't know exactly what happens there, and I want to keep it a spoiler. Obviously, I don't want to get spoiled.
注意点があります。
But okay, I'll talk about it later.
死に酔ってしまうのです。
Oh, here we go. I'll talk about this one as well
暴走
later.
状態になったその際は、 危険ですので、
Wow, interesting.
どう
So
か自
this
ら
is
の身を
literally the
守
thing
る
that
こと
she
を
says
第一に
here
考えて動いてください。
is related to how she
いいですか？
becomes Kali.
私はあなたを害したくは
Getting
あ
drunk
りま
of
せん
blood?
が、
Okay, I'll talk about it later.
私は魔を殲滅するための性能のみを考えて構築された女神です。パールバティのように笑う機能などついていません。
Function? Damn.
それでも笑ってほしい。
Okay, here's one thing.
おかしな人ですね、あなたは。
She talks about how
視界
she's
内に
being...
魔の影なし。索敵のため、
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna pause here. Okay, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Okay, she talks about how I do not come with the function. Like, she has been talking about for a while about how her main goal is, like, destroying the demons. Obviously, yeah, like in like the whole like Durga story. I wouldn't call, like, she was like, she came from, like, a lot of the gods gave her powers, and she became the ultimate power to defeat the demons. Now that is basically Durga, and like, that is how, I guess you could say, she was, I wouldn't call her created, but she came. That is how she came. She came into existence, and obviously her original form is, Parvati, and that's why she's saying, I don't come with the function of smiling like Parvati. But as far as I don't remember Durga being, like, extremely, like, Durga is more of a, I don't know, like a, what can I say? Like, she's like, here you can see her personality is extremely, like, concise and stoic. She's like completely just she's like robotically talking. Now, what I'm trying to figure out here is, I feel like this is something to do with ordeal call, I'm guessing, because I don't think this is Durga's personality at all. This isn't how I remember Goddess Durga in, in the stories and everything. So I would like to say that maybe this is because something in ordeal call. She talks about how she has been created, and she, like, the function of smiling and all that. So I feel like there's something, like, how in Lost Bell 5 the whole gods are actually mechanical, like all that stuff that happened with the whole Greek mythology in Lost Bell 5. You remember, like Olympus, where the whole thing got revealed, that they're actually, like, aliens from, like, an outer, like mechanical aliens gods there basically. So I'm guessing maybe it's something to do like that. Maybe it's something like that or similar to that is happening in ordeal call as well. Otherwise, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think Durga's personality is like this. Like, she isn't really, but you know what? I might be wrong. But my impression of Goddess Durga is not like that. But a few of the things that she says is obviously correct. First of all, she talks about how she can get drunk of, where is that part? Where does she talk about, like, getting drunk of blood? Here we go. There are some points to take note when using the goddess. It is dangerous when I go on rampage, so please make sure of protecting yourself first and foremost. Do you understand? I do not wish to harm you. Okay, wait a minute. Where did I miss it? Yeah, I get drunk of blood. So obviously this is something that, I guess, obviously she says I get drunk of blood. This is something that's related to her Kali form. She okay, you know what? I'm going to talk about that when I'll be reacting to Kali's my room lines. I'll not talk about that now. Let's watch this video first, and then I'll talk about it while reacting to Kali's video. Okay.
それでも笑ってほしいと。おかしな人ですね、あなたは。
Okay,
視界内に魔の影なし。
let's listen to the
索敵のため当女神を連れての外出を推奨します。
I like how her hair is, like, parted here
神に従い敬いなさい。
with the third eye.
人よ、
That's the third
魔
eye,
を否
isn't
定
it?
し抗いなさい。私に言えるのはそれだけです。あなたはおそらく神々の命を 当女神に伝えるメッセン
Messenger
ジャー
like
のような存在でしょ
existence.
う。
It relay the orders of the
故に私はあなたのことを
conveyor.
伝達者と呼びます。
Oh, okay.
暫定的な解釈ですが、間違いではな
Yeah, I
い
guess.
と思っています。
Professional interpretation.
今のところは。
If you have Vritra, okay.
邪悪なる蛇にしてアスラの王よ。
Oh boy.
今は見逃しておきますが
I love Velikopal.
何かあればインドラの名代
Yeah,
として
Indra's the
通し
one
ます
who defeated Vritra.
おかしな真似はしないように。
Wow. Passion leap. Alright, this will be interesting.
爪は
This will be interesting. 10 claws.
なるほど。
Yep.
私にとっては親戚のようなものかも
Passion
しれ
leap
ま
has
せん。
Durga in her,
あなたは
as far as I can remember. If you have Parvati, okay, this should be interesting.
あなたは優美の女神。本来戦うのは私の役目です。 あなたが芝の槍を持つ必要はないのですが。
Oh, that okay. I'm gonna pause it here as well. Just a
そう
minute.
言っていられない状況ということなのでしょう。
Okay, wait. Okay, this should be interesting, Jinako. Okay, before we go to Jinako. Okay, you know what? I think I just realized why she's so stoic here. They're trying to make a differentiation between Parvati and Durga. You know what? I think I kind of understand why they made her personality like this. What they're trying to do here is like portray Parvati as the goddess of like grace, beauty, and love, while trying to make Durga, as Durga says here, like my role is fighting. Okay, where is that? I'm going to read the whole section again. Where is it?
あなた
Here we
は
go.
優美の
You are
女
the goddess of grace.
本来
Originally,
戦うのは私の
fighting
役目です。
should be my role.
あなたが
You have
芝
no
の槍を持
need
つ
to
必
possess
要はないの
Shiva's
です。
spear, not spear, but it should be trident. Yeah, it's a trident, not a spear.
そう言っていられない状況。
I guess I cannot say that in the current situation. Right, so I think I understand why they made her personality like this. They're trying to differentiate between Parvati and Durga, make like a proper distinction between those two. Because like I said, as far as my memories go, like every stories I've heard of Goddess Durga, I don't remember Goddess Durga being like this, so stoic and everything. She was pretty normal. Again, it's been a while I've heard of all the stories and everything. I might be misremembering stuff. But I think I understand why they did it here, to make a proper distinction between Parvati and Durga. Because obviously Parvati here is basically Parvati, like the goddess of beauty, grace, love, like she's the more, like the one who's like filled with kindness and everything. While to make a proper distinction between Parvati and Durga, they made Durga like this. And here you can say Durga is like my role is fighting, while you shouldn't be the one who should be fighting here. It is my role to do that. So I kind of understand now why. Yeah, okay, you know what, I see what they tried to do here. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, this should be interesting. Jinako, what she
あ
said.
なたの母そのものではありませんが、
Yeah.
だらしない生活をしている権利くらいは私にもあるでしょう。
Oh my god.
そこに直りなさい。
Yo.
ガネーシャ。
She's this. Oh my god. If you have Muramasa. Oh wait.
彼に近づかれると
Okay.
なぜか胸が苦しく、
Well, obviously this is Sakura
原因
speaking.
は不明ですが離脱します。
I will withdraw for
そ
now.
の後物陰から彼の一挙手一投足を観察し原因究明
Wow,
に
typical Sakura. Like observing from a
話しかけ
distance.
ないでください。
Galatea. Wait.
西
Oh.
の真珠兵装でしょうか。
Okay.
興味はありますが、おそらく当女神とは規格が合わないでしょう。
Likes. Okay.
好きなものは神武の遂行。そしてもちろん我が夫です。
Yes, obviously. Dislikes.
殺すべき魔を殺せないこと。それ以上に嫌いな物事はありません。
Holy Grail. All right.
聖杯。必須の武装ではありませんが、
expanding this
当女神の機
goddess
能を
function.
拡張するには有用なものだと判断し
Well,
ます
yeah, you can level up after level 90, so I guess she's correct in a way. Oh, wait, that's it. Okay, so that was the my room lines. Right, so... Okay, overall, it's kind of, like, I like it. First of all, like I said, I think I understand why they made her personality like this. They tried to make a proper distinction and, like, they tried to, like, differentiate between Parvati and Durga. And while we see Parvati as like the one filled with love and kindness and is very expressive, Durga is kind of different from that. She's more of the carrying out the divine duty, defeating the demons, that kind of thing. So I can understand why they made like this whole like this change here in a way. Also, I really liked the parts where she was talking about. Jinako was hilarious. She was like, I might not be technically your mother, but I have the right to scold you, because obviously she has the essence of Parvati in her. There's a lot of other, like powers assimilated within her. She's not only Parvati, but she's Parvati and a lot more. That is why she said, I'm technically not your mother, but I have the right to scold you, so sit down. Oh my god, that was funny. Okay, that was that, and there was the whole thing with Muramasa. Obviously, her Sakura section, part of her. Yeah, you know what Sakura was. Sakura and Shiro, the whole thing about Sakura, keeping, keeping her love about Shiro to herself, and just always keeping an eye on him and all that. That kind of that whole thing, from a distance she used to keep looking at Shiro. That whole thing, you can see here that whole thing comes up out here. And there was that one section where she talks about likes, and she talks about obviously her husband being Shiva. I'm just thinking, I don't know if they're going to do this someday, but if somehow someday Shiva is manifested in Kalia, I don't know, maybe as a playable servant, maybe as an NPC, it wouldn't surprise me if he comes. At first he's introduced as an NPC, non-playable character, but then he comes as an actual pseudo servant, and yeah, and this is like a whole new can of worms, the whole who should be Shiva in this. Oh my god, I've seen so many heated arguments about this whole topic. Who should be Shiva? Should it be Shiro? There's a whole war going on. There's one part that wants Shiro to be Shiva, and there's this one other part who doesn't want Shiro to be Shiva for some particular reason, and it's just crazy. I've seen so many people talk about this in Reddit, in the comment section of YouTube, everywhere. And I don't want to open this can of worms. The whole shipping Sakura with Shiro, that whole thing, and the whole Rin Shiro group, while the Sakura Shiro group, they're at war with each other continuously. And if Shiro becomes Shiva, oh my god, I can see the Sakura Shiro group have celebrating, while the Rin Shiro group will be very mad about that. So I don't want to go in that whole shipping war and all that. I don't want to go anywhere near that. So I'm not going to talk about that. I don't know who's going to be Shiva, but whoever it is, I feel like it might happen in the future. Because why not Shiva? I feel like most of the Indian gods and goddesses are here almost. So I feel like Shiva is probably the most likely one to get become an actual playable character in the future. But yeah, I don't want to go into the whole discussion about who should be Shiva. Should it be more should it be Shiro's should he be Shiro's pseudo servant, or should he be someone else's pseudo servant? I don't know, and I don't want to go into that. So there you go. But yeah, I feel like it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Not in my wildest dream that I ever expect Durga and Kali to be playable characters in FGO. There's a lot of other things I thought. I knew Bhima was going to be a character, a playable character someday in the future. But I always talked about how I kind of wanted Durga and Kali to be featured in FGO. but I just talked about it knowing that it will never come true. And wow, wild times we live in. This actually happened. So that's why that's why I'm saying it might be very much possible in the future for Shiva to actually be a playable servant in FGO. That'll be crazy if that happens. But yeah, and overall this video was, yeah, you know, like there was a lot of things that they talked about. Oh, that another thing, they were talking about Passion Lip. They talked about how Passion Lip have 10 nails, you know, that whole section. Obviously, if you didn't, you know, like if you didn't understand what they were trying to refer to over there, 10, okay, just a sec, just a minute, let me check something first. Okay, yeah, 10 nails. She mentioned 10 is because she has, you know, in her goddess Durga form, she has 10 hands, you know, and 10 hands, each hand contains like a particular weapon, like provided to her by like one of the, like, you know, the major gods. Like each god provided her with like a weapon to defeat the demons with, and you know, that kind of thing. And that's why like she has 10 hands, and that's why she kind of mentioned about the 10 nails of Passion Lip, you know, which is kind of interesting. Now that I think about it, I never thought about it like that. I never realized that Passion Lip's nails actually kind of like, you know, denoted and kind of like, you know, like was a comparison to her hands and the weapons. So that's interesting. Okay, so that was goddess Durga, and I'm going to watch Kali's ascension and my room lines. As always, like I said, the original video will be provided in the description box. I'll watch this and then I'll talk about it. All right, so let's begin. Here we go. Right, Ascension 3. Oh, there she is.
我はカーリー。我は血を欲する。殺戮を欲する。捧げよ。
Yep.
うまい。血だ。
Oh boy, here we go. Yep.
喉越しがたまらぬ。
Oh wow, her third eye. I always like when they show the third eyes.
安心しろ。汝は食わぬ。我は殺戮の女神である。見たことはあるか？
Okay.
我はドゥルガーのように
I do not
使
kill
命で
because
殺すのではない。ただ殺すものであるゆえ殺す。
Wow.
必要なるはただ剣のみ。足らなくばこの口にて血をすすれば済む。その調子だ。血と戦いを我に捧げ続けよ。
Alright.
さすれば汝の前から敵は消え失せるだろう。いや、消え失せると戦いが捧げられなくなる。
Oh wow. Yeah, dilemma.
困る。
How troubling.
汝の匂い、不思議と心地よい。血の匂いか。
Damn.
それとも
Oh wow.
別の。
You know what?
わからん。
It's kind of correct. Gudako and Gudao,
Wakaran no de.
obviously.
服を脱げ。
Yeah, what the? Okay.
嗅いでみたい。
Oh my god.
さあ。
Alright, obviously, Fujimaru has a lot of
行くぞ、行くぞ。
has a lot of like, you know, like sacrifices that he had to make. I guess in a way that's what she's
強
kind
き
of
者が食らい、弱き者が食らわれる。それが摂理。
Providence.
我に戦いを
Oh,
与え続
conveyor.
けよ。
Durga
伝達者よ。
also called him that.
さもなくば。
If you have Ritra, okay, this should be
アス
interesting.
ラの王。インドラがいなくば 我が殺すは
Yeah.
必然
Blood-sucking
血を好む
servant.
者たち
What? Blood-sucking servant.
わかる
Like Carmilla, I'm guessing. Oh, here we go. This should be interesting.
ガネーシャ
Do
逃
not
げる
run
ななでなでさせろ
Matahari. Wait,
ま
what?
たハリ何時も踊る者
Oh, because she was done. Okay, that makes sense.
共に踊る
Oh boy, if Kali starts dancing, it's over. If you have. Okay.
愛の神でなく魔王であれば殺す
Oh my god.
そうでなくとも夫の邪魔をすれば殺す
Oh my god. 大黒
あ
天。
の
Oh,
ネズミた
because.
ちはいい匂いがするゆえ好きだしかし近づいていくと逃げられる
Is it because.
どうも怖がられているらしい悲しい
Wait a minute, isn't Daikokten like. Okay, wait, I'm gonna go do a little bit
我が好むのは
of research.
血と殺しそれと芝だ
Yep, there you go.
弱き敵はつまらぬ
The weak one.
聖杯杯に注ぐは
Wow.
敵の血だ
Final Ascension. Oh wait, she
私は
changes
怒りと
back.
いう感情を否定し
She
ます
changes back to her Durga form in the
正
final
当な
ascension.
るそれは何者をもなぎ払う力を持つもの
Is that just better?
当女神はその感情より生まれましたけれど伝達者よそれは人間にとっては
How are
扱いの難しくあるいは危険な力です
Hmm.
どうか怒りに飲み込まれることの
Yeah.
ないように
Okay, I think that is it. Yeah. Okay, first of all, I need to check something. Isn't Daikokten like the equivalent of. Well, let me check. Wait, it was Daikokten, wasn't it? Let me check. Just a minute. Daikokten. Okay, Daikokten. Japanese deity of fortune and wealth. Daikokten originated from Mahakala, the Buddhist version of the Hindu deity Shiva. Oh. Oh, really? Wait, so Daikokten is. Ah. So Daikokten is actually like Shiva's. Okay. Wait, then who is Durga's like like in Japanese like Durga is like who's. Wait a minute, let me check. I think I knew about it. Let me check. Durga in Japanese. Okay. In Japanese Buddhism, she appears as Butsumo, Kotishri. Oh wait, so wait, who was it? Like, okay. Who is Bishamon then? Like the Hindu version of. Like obviously Vishamonten is the war god, I think, as far as I can remember, in Japan. Or something like that. I might be wrong. But okay, I'll check all of these later, not now. But okay, interesting. Like the thing that I wanted to see is like who is Daikokten. Daikokten is like the equivalent of, what is it? The Buddhist version of the Hindu deity Shiva, conflated with the native Shinto god Okuninushi. Okay, I see. Okay, so she talks about Daikokuten and the mouse, how they like run away. She says something about, oh, I like them. Okay, where's the? Okay, I'm going to replay this part. Those mice smell good, so I like them. Okay, is it because like first of all, like obviously this is Kali, so since Daikokuten is related to Shiva, is that why she mentioned that? Also, another thing, but I guess that really doesn't have any relation to Kali. I was going to say like Ganesha's, like what do you call them? Familiar, the one like or partner, you could say, is mouse. Like he always has mouse or mice with him. Ganesha. So I was going to say maybe is that why she's talking about mice here? But in a way, I guess that's not really related to her in any way. I do wonder. I don't remember Ganesha or Jinako's like my room lines, but I wonder if she has something to say about Daikokuten, because I feel like Ganesha would definitely say something about Daikokuten, because Ganesha's familiar are mice, or mouse. That is Ganesha's familiar. So Daikokuten being like in FGO, them being mice, I feel like Ganesha would have something to say about that. Maybe I'm not really sure if she has any lines related to that. But here, that was interesting. A few other things. Okay, now the part about her, getting drunk of blood, which I was talking about while in her Durga form, she was talking about that. Obviously, like Kali's story is that she was, obviously she says here, her mission is to kill the demons. And she was tasked with killing like a demon called, I think, Rakta Beach. And the thing about that demon was that the more you kill them, the more the blood drops in the ground. From the drops of blood, more demons will come out. So literally there wasn't like a proper way to defeat that demon. So she kept killing and the blood kept dropping and more of them came out. So like Kali didn't know what to do, so she decided to drink the blood. She started drinking the blood from Rakta Beach and did not let them fall on the ground. Now, like I'm saying all of this, I might be wrong here and there. If I'm wrong about something, please correct me in the comments. Because there's a lot of like different versions of Hindu mythology, and I might easily make a few mistakes here and there. So as far as my memory goes, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to explain. So she tried to drink the blood so that it doesn't drop on the ground and more demons don't come up. So she drinks the blood, and that blood makes her go into rage, and she starts dancing. She starts dancing, and the dance starts destroying the whole world. She keeps killing, keeps dancing, and she goes into a complete a rage. And she keeps doing this, and the whole world would have been destroyed. So everyone didn't know, like all the gods and goddesses, they did not know how to stop her. The only one who could do something in this situation was obviously Shiva. So Shiva decided to stop Kali. He decides to come and just lay down. He lays down on the ground, and Kali keeps dancing, and while dancing she suddenly comes and puts her leg on top of Shiva's chest. And as soon as she does that, and she realizes what she did, she looks down, I think, and she realizes what she did. And obviously it's like Shiva is her husband. So after realizing she literally put her leg on top of her husband's chest, she got embarrassed, and that calmed her down. And because she was embarrassed, she took out her tongue, and her tongue is shown as her tongue is out. And yeah, that I think that was the story behind how she the main story behind Kali. I just gave a concise version. There's a lot of things behind this, and I'm sure a lot of other people will know a lot more details about this. I just know the basic summarized version, so I just wanted to share that. And that is the reason why she talks about blood so much, and why she talks about how the blood made her made her go into rage. And she mentions about how the blood made her completely mad, that whole thing. And that is the relation of blood and Kali, and why she talks about blood so much, because of that, I think. And obviously you can see, like, both Durga and Kali, whenever both of them were asked who they liked, obviously they both of them mentioned Shiva. So yeah, you can see how much she respects and loves Shiva. So like, it's pretty obvious that is why when she put her leg on Shiva, she realizes what she did and she stopped. She felt embarrassed, she put out her tongue as a way of embarrassment. And yeah, and that is how we see her, tongue out, one leg on Shiva, and like another hand there's like cut off heads of the demons that she defeated, and different, like like the different hands having like different things. And one hand, I remember, have like a, what do you call them, I don't know what they're called in English. It's like a crescent cleaver. In Hind, like in my language we call it like a khara or something like that, but I don't know what the English of that is. It's like a crescent cleaver like this. I don't know what it's called, but so yeah, that kind of, like, it's very interesting, that whole Durga and Kali, their whole story, their mythology. There's so many stories about, like, like Hindu gods and goddesses. It's very interesting, and there's so many versions, and there's so many that, like, even if I knew everything before, I've probably forgotten a lot of them. So yeah, and it's extremely interesting, like, like, I just love, and that is why I wanted, like, Durga and Kali to be part of FGO, because like, the lore behind these gods and goddesses there's a lot, there's so many things, and there's so many interesting things. So yeah, there you go. And yeah, that was it. That was my reaction to, that was my Kali's my room lines and my reaction to that. So I reacted to both Durga and Kali, and I can see, like, like, obviously FGO all the time, like, does their research sometimes, and does a lot of like research up before, like, making the characters. Obviously, like, I feel like, I don't know why they did, like, there's only one part I feel like I have like a problem. I wouldn't call it a problem, but I myself am not on a that much of a particular big fan of one thing that they did, is that, like, I don't know, like, why they decided to make Durga's first ascension and third, or was it the fourth ascension, like that, like I feel like second ascension is the best version. That is how Goddess Durga is depicted in, that is how she's depicted in front of us as Hindu. That's how we have seen Goddess Durga, with a sari, with a sari, and like, that is the dress, that is the perfect dress. That's the second ascension that we saw in this video, in the previous video that I reacted to. I feel like that, and like, certain, like, modifications to that dress would have been fine. I don't know why they thought that first ascension and the fourth ascension was a good idea. Like, that is the only part that I have a problem with, the whole Durga and Kali, like, thing. Kali is depicted perfectly, I have no problem with Kali, but I feel like Durga would have been better with the second ascension only. That is the only thing. But obviously that, like, they decided to do it, I'm fine. Obviously at the end of the day, this is just a game, it's just a fictional thing. So yeah, but I feel like it would have been better if they decided to take the second ascension and do modifications on that dress and make more versions of that dress. It would have been better, instead of, like, just that first and the fourth ascension. I don't know what the hell is that, but whatever. But yeah, so there you go. That is the only problem, not problem, but the only, I guess you could say, grievance I have with Durga and Kali. Everything else I feel like is pretty fine, like, I like the things that she says and everything kind of matches with her lore and everything, so yeah, so there you go. So that is it. That is my reaction to Goddess Durga and Kali's ascension and my room lines. So yeah, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to say it at the end of the video as well. At the end of the day, this is all a game. This is fiction. This has obviously nothing to do with the original god and goddesses. And the characters here are also not the goddesses. This is not Kali, or this is not Durga. This is the one thing that everyone should remember. It is impossible to bring down actual gods as characters in FGO. Every god and goddesses, every divine character who are here in this game are some sort of pseudo-servant. In no way they can bring down gods and goddesses to help us out. That would completely break the balance of everything. Just imagine if the original goddess Kali came down. this world, Kalia, the whole world would be destroyed. It is impossible. It is not in no way possible to bring down the actual gods and goddesses. Like, people who know goddess Kali, the mythology and the story behind goddess Kali, what I'm talking about. It is impossible. If she comes down, everything is destroyed. So that is why, these gods and goddesses, they are actually pseudo servants. This is Sakura. Inside Sakura, I'm guessing she awakened the goddess Durga and goddess Kali within her. That's the thing. At the end of the day, it's a human with a divinity inside. So that is the thing. A lot of the things these characters say are based on the characters themselves. The reason why Sakura, goddess Durga said something about Muramasa is because, as far as I could understand, obviously it's because of her original person, that is Sakura, talking about Shiro. That wasn't goddess Durga talking, or she wasn't talking anything about Muramasa. That was basically Sakura talking about Shiro, because Muramasa's the vessel is Shiro's vessel, Shiro, while Durga's vessel is Sakura. That's why she commented about Muramasa. Otherwise, where is the connection between goddess Durga and Muramasa? There's no connection between these two, or at least I don't think there is. So yeah, and that is the thing. At the end of the day, these are all the characters that we have seen in Fate. Different gods and goddesses decide to they emerge within these characters as vessels. Like Tosaka Rin is both Ishtar and Ereshkigal, because both of their their original vessels is Tosaka Rin, as far as I know. So yeah, it's not that it's actual Ishtar or Ereshkigal. And the characters that come in the bodies, the vessels that are the pseudo servants, a lot of their personality changes because of the vessel itself. If you know, Ishtar is a very, I guess you could say, one of the most bratty, mischievous, one of the most trashiest, I wouldn't call it trashy, but one of the most, what can I say, very bad personality type of a goddess, So the fact that Ishtar is kind of lovable in the in the story in FGO Babylonia, the main reason is because of Tosaka Rin. I remember that I read somewhere that the reason why Ishtar is so calmed down is because of Rin's influence. Rin, being the vessel, made Ishtar calm down a lot. So a lot of these gods and goddesses, their personality changes because of the vessel they are in. If Rin wasn't the pseudo-servant vessel for Ishtar, Ishtar would have gone crazy. If you know actual Ishtar's role, you'll know how crazy Ishtar is. The fact that Ishtar is so calmed down here, even though Ishtar is full crazy in FGO Babylonia as well, still, she's a lot put together. The main person to thank for that is Tosaka Rin, because she's the one who literally is the one calming down Ishtar, because she's the body. That is the thing. The characters, the vessels, they influence a lot. So all these things that we are seeing here, at the end of the day, they aren't the particular gods and goddesses. A lot of these characters change because of the person they're inhabiting in. That's the thing. Sakura being the main vessel for Durga and Kali changed a lot of things in the personality of Durga and Kali here. Because these are not Durga and Kali. It is Sakura, with them having the essence of the divinity. This is the thing. At the end of the day, that is what is going on. If you want a better understanding of what's going on here, we aren't bringing down the gods here. It is impossible. If you try to bring down the gods here, everything will be destroyed. So yeah, that's the thing. And that is why they try to take a lot more, I guess you could say, freedom in try to do a lot of the changes in these characters, because these are not really the gods and goddesses we see. That's the thing. So yeah, there you go. That's the whole thing. I talked about this at the beginning. I'm saying this so much because I know there will be a lot of people who, after these type of videos, since they're not really happy about these type of depictions of the gods and goddesses in certain games, animes and stuff, I know they won't be happy about these type of things. But if you think about it like that, these aren't even the actual gods and goddesses. So yeah, just one thing to keep in mind. I just wanted to mention that again. But anyways, yeah, I'll end this video here. And I might actually do. I have still not reacted to Bhima, Duryodhana, their My Room Ascension lines and all that. I've reacted to the Ascension lines. I haven't reacted to the My Room lines. I might do that in the future. So that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.